Myth number 1. Wizard's bouncy projectile can bounce off of Citron's shield. So as we all know, the wizard's primary attack can charge up into a nice little bouncy ball orb. So let's test this out. If we put up our Peel shield as Citron and shoot the bouncy orb as wizard, yeah, look at that! It totally bounces off and, oh my gosh, it just came back through and hit Citron. So I guess this could be a fun way to troll your friends. Someone shoots the wizard orb at you, you could purposely deflect the orb directly at your teammates. Because let's see if we do it at a slant here. Yes, yeah, you can kind of deflect it how you want. That's actually pretty funny. Yo guys, what's going on? It's PsychoSibsGaming, and as promised, I am back with another episode of Battle for Neighborville MYTHBUSTERS. This is the show where you guys leave me your myths or questions in the comment section, and then I go ahead and test them out to see if they are possible. And in our last MythBusters video, I set a like goal of 47, which you guys completely demolished. So this time, if you want to see a MythBusters episode 3, then we need to get over 107 likes. I think this is totally doable, and you guys seem really excited for this series. So drop that like below so I can make another episode. So with that all being said, let's move on to myth number 2. Grab your lawn chair, kick back, relax, you're watching PsychoSibsGaming. So our myth number 2 for the day is actually one of our most requested questions, and that is, does running and jumping make you run faster? So I've got our adorable little eggplant cactus here, and I'm going to run in a straight line down the path and stop the timer as soon as the cactus crosses the bottom step. And while doing this, we can see that it takes approximately 4.3 seconds for cactus to run this distance. So now we're going to run the same distance except jumping in the middle of our sprints. So if we go ahead and sprint jump the entire length of this path, you're going to see it takes approximately 3.7 seconds to do so, which means yes, sprint jumping is still the fastest method of travel. So the next entry in this video wonders, can abilities like Can't Missile and Spell Disaster lock onto a nightcap during the Shadow Sneak? So normally, if we've got the case where we have a wizard versus a nightcap, and the nightcap is close enough, the spell disaster will actually home in and take out the nightcap. But now, if we have the same exact scenario, but the nightcap goes invisible, you can see the spell disaster still is able to lock on to the nightcap while it is in Shadow Sneak. Applying the same logic to Can't Missile, normally we can lock onto a nightcap, and the Can't Missile will track it even if the nightcap moves a little. But if the nightcap goes into a Shadow Sneak, as you see right here, and then we try to lock onto it, you'll see that we can still lock onto the nightcap, and the missiles will still track the nightcap even though it's in Shadow Sneak. So in the end, this is true. You can lock on to Shadow Sneak nightcaps. Turns out the Shadow Sneak isn't that sneaky after all. Moving on to another wizard-related myth. This myth says that Wizard's Zee-Lixar ability can cancel Rose's Arcane Enigma. So if you're in a game and there's a Rose using Arcane Enigma spam or trying to revive teammates while in Arcane Enigma, let's see if we can actually cancel that with our Zee-Lixar. So we've got our Rose here. Our Rose goes into Arcane Enigma. We throw the Zee-Lixar, and yep, sure enough, the Zee-Lixar is able to completely shut down that Arcane Enigma. So moving on to myth number 5, it wonders, does Deadbeard's Parrot become boosted by the Heavy Helper and or the Double Time Speed Boost pad? So now in last episode, we kind of established that Parrot seems to function like a normal character because it can be eaten by Chomper, so it wouldn't surprise me if these buffs actually worked. And sure enough, if we fly into the turret's radius, you can see that yes, we do get that Heavy Helper buff. And this seems to be increasing our rate of fire with the Parrot, and it is improving the refresh on our primary weapon. Just like with most characters that gain ammo, Parrot has a refresh on its infinite ammo, so it's essentially just going to speed up that refresh. However, the radius on the Heavy Helper's buff is pretty big, so it doesn't surprise me that we can get it while flying in the air. Now, the double time is on the ground, so let's see if we fly as low as possible. Yes! Yes, we absolutely can get a speed boost from the double time pad. I mean, we're not even technically touching the ground, but we're just hovering over it, and we can totally speed our Parrot up. This is actually pretty similar to the Chomper, I guess. The game recognizes that your Parrot is on the ground when it's not necessarily even touching the ground. And now myth number 6 says that Sunflower and Scientist can still do their gestures even if the heal beam or the healing hose is active. So now I feel like I've definitely tried this out in-game with Sunflower, but if we attach our healing hose to the nightcap and then do one of our gestures, you can see that yes, we can still heal our ally while also whipping out some crazy dance moves. So that's pretty cool. If you're really bored and you're just a healer and you just want to show off, you can definitely pull off some cool gestures while healing your teammates. Now, Scientist healing is obviously a little different because the healing comes directly out of the barrel of the weapon. So if we go ahead and start healing and then use our little gesture here, you can see, yeah, it totally still heals while we spin our gun and even point it directly up at the sky. So you could theoretically heal a teammate with this gesture if they were standing or jumping above you. Now, obviously, this one's a little less useful than Sunflower because Sunflowers will heal all the time no matter what during the gesture, whereas this healing hose will actually point in the wrong direction if you're trying to use a gesture while healing. And the final myth of the day says, can we end the suffering of Tiger Claus and his friends? No.